It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U-Sport.
Et bonjour, en direct de l'Université Laval. Vous écoutez les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada Sport. Bienvenue au championnat de rugby sur CBC U-Sport. Mon nom est Julien Canet. Je suis à côté pour m'accompagner Annabelle Parent.
Bonjour Julien.
Aujourd'hui, nous allons assister au premier quart de finale qui va opposer l'équipe des Ottawa GGs à l'équipe de l'Université de Victoria en Colombie-Britannique pour le premier pas vers le trophée Molinex. Donc, on va parler un petit peu des GGs, l'Ottawa GGs. Donc, le head coach Duncan McNucken, qui est un ancien coach de l'équipe Canada, un ancien entraîneur de l'équipe canadienne. Les assistants coach ici, c'est Patrick Thompson et Asia Bartley au niveau de la mêlée. Peux-tu nous parler un petit peu de leur fiche cette année?
Oui, les GGs qui sont de la conférence du RSEQ, qui ont une fiche de 5-1, donc 5 victoires, 1 défaite, et qui ont gagné en finale contre l'Université Laval. Donc, c'est pour cette raison qu'ils affrontent l'Université de Victoria.
Alors que l'Université de Victoria est entraînée par Brittany Waters, une ancienne joueuse de Rugby Canada qui a sa 9e année à la tête du programme. Ses assistants entraîneurs ici, Jess Dovain, Chanel Edwards Challenger et Holly Winder. Du côté de UVic, quel parcours?
Pour Victoria, la conférence de l'Ouest, donc ils ont une fiche de 3-2. Elles ont perdu contre UBC. C'est pour cette raison qu'en première quart de finale, GGs Ottawa affronte l'Université de Victoria.
On va avoir aujourd'hui, au niveau de l'arbitrage, M. Carson Young au milieu, avec les deux assistants sur les côtés qui vont être Annie Kennedy et Jérôme Lévesque. Et la zone technique sera gérée par Alexandre Liégeois. Annabelle, un grand match, une fébrilité certaine sur ce beau stade ici à l'Université Laval, stade qui a été refait à neuf. Donc, on profite de superbes installations. C'est sûr que les deux équipes, il fait un peu froid, la température est un petit peu fraîche, mais le soleil est au rendez-vous, du beau rugby en perspective.
Tout à fait. J'ai très, très hâte de voir cet affrontement, voir les GGs. Je sais qu'ils vont nous offrir du beau rugby. J'ai très hâte aussi de voir Victoria, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont à nous offrir. Juste un petit clin d'œil ici à Victoria. L'an passé, les championnats canadiens 2022 étaient à Victoria. Et c'est de notre côté, on les invite ici à Québec. Ça fait un petit chemin, mais je pense qu'ils vont quand même apprécier la belle ambiance qu'on a ici à Québec.
Exactement. On a en tout cas une belle journée de rugby qui nous attend devant nous. Nous sommes à quelques secondes. On va pas tarder à avoir ce premier coup d'envoi. Alors, je vous rappelle que nous sommes en direct de l'Université Laval. Vous écoutez le championnat U-Sport à Radio-Canada Sport. Vous retrouve dans quelques secondes pour le coup d'envoi de ce match.
Il ne faut pas se considérer comme à part de l'écosystème forestier. L'humain, il fait partie de la forêt. On a les équipements, là, aussi les infrastructures là, qui permettent de soutenir la recherche de haut niveau, très fondamentale, très poussée.
Les obstacles, je les vis comme un défi. À l'Université Laval, l'atmosphère ici est vraiment très ouverte de collaboration.
Bien, je pense que tout existe déjà et qu'il faut tout redécouvrir encore. I like the idea of seeing the human as part of the forest ecosystem. And we have great infrastructure for that. So we have high-tech lab for fundamental research.
What really stimulates me is to try to find the right tools. At l'Université Laval, we have a very collaborative atmosphere.
Everything has been already invented, but everything has to be rediscovered.
Et nous voilà de retour ici à l'Université Laval pour le championnat de rugby U-Sports. Le coup d'envoi a été donné par Victoria. Gigi's vient de récupérer, de donner le ballon à Yuvik. On vient d'avoir une première pénalité ici pour... on montre qu'on a plongé dans le ruck, Annabelle.
Oui, tout à fait. Et lorsqu'on a une pénalité, donc on se souvient les règles, l'équipe qui a fait la faute doit reculer à 10 verges.
Exactement. Donc, le premier choix stratégique ici de la part de l'Université de Victoria, on va aller mettre les points, on va aller mettre la touche.
Une pénale touche?
Exactement, une pénale touche. Donc, on va avoir une première confrontation ici au niveau de la touche. Donc, c'est toujours un premier indicateur de voir les équipes qui ont travaillé chacune de leur côté, mais c'est une confrontation inhabituelle vu qu'elle ne joue pas. Mais là, le ballon est très, très bien capté par l'Université de Victoria. Un petit ballon au sol, mais on le récupère. Bon plaquage ici. On a relâché la joueuse de Victoria qui est capable d'avancer. On vient chercher encore la force des avants. Une belle course ici, très très rentrante, intéressante. On avance, on est rendu aux 30 mètres du côté de Yuvik. Ah, on a voulu jouer dans le dos. Un petit en avant. Non, l'arbitre laisse jouer. Le ballon était derrière. On vient encore travailler avec les avants. On met une épreuve de force. On a peut-être une joueuse. Non. Alors, on avait, Annabelle, un bon grattage de ballon, mais la plaqueuse était restée dans la zone. Oui. Donc, on va avoir peut-être les premiers points de ce match. Yuvik qui va peut-être prendre les points pour rajouter 3 points. Donc, on rappelle que quand on a une pénalité ici, on est capable, on a plusieurs options. On peut prendre les points, mais on peut prendre aussi la mêlée comme l'Université de Victoria vient de décider.
En effet. En début de match comme ça, c'est intéressant de pouvoir aller tester en termes de touche, en termes de mêlée, où constitue face à l'équipe adverse.
push forward.
The attack on the left side. And number 15's Mal.
Oh, and it's turned over. Oh, and another penalty. It looks like the GGs did not let the tackled player go to ground before stealing that ball. So again, we might see a strong attacking platform. Yes, it seems like they are.
I believe she chose to go for points.
Yep.
However, the captain on the GG side will have a word with the whole team, because that's kind of 3 penalties in a row, beginning of the game. The referee has set kind of the standard for what he is expecting from the players, and obviously the message has to come all the way to everyone on the field. We'll see Maggie McKinnon attempt the first penalty shot. She's a little bit off on the side, so she's about 10 meters from the side. Around the 22-meter line, just in front of the 22.
And it goes wide and is recovered by the GGs close to their line.
It goes wide, but it's not a bad place to land if you're thinking for the Vikes. It is, though, a very good exit from the GGs. They will go with a defending line out, but since the ball came directly outside after the kick, it will be at the line of around the 35-yard line.
Yes, this field is the Stade Telus is lined for both football and rugby, so it can get a bit confusing, but we're working with the white touch lines, the white out-of-bounds lines here. No?
It's actually the yellow.
Oh, my.
Again, great line out. It feels like we've seen exactly that same platform a second ago. This one, again, successful in hitting the midfield.
Oh, she's going to have to work hard to get down to ground there.
To get down, or to the maul is called by the referee. Uvik has to either go forward or get the ball out of that maul, and it
inching for, and no, it's well defended by the GGs there. So, as we expected, a big battle between these forward packs. Very strong forwards on both sides.
Yeah, that was incredible. The way that I think there was only 2 players that remained outside of, of that maul from the GG side. They knew that they had to stop the ball from coming out, and they secured it, and that gives them a scrum in the middle, and they're really well lined up for what looks like a platform to kick.
Yes, there's some good reactive defense from the whole GG's line there to stop that attack from Uvik, who looked quite dangerous in the middle of the field off that line out. So it looks like that's one of their primary weapons here today.
Good scrum. And the kick comes.
But it's straight out of bounds.
It's straight out. Little mistake.
It's a very solid move there. They looked like they had the space, a good kick in with a little Uvik support, but because it went straight out on, directly out of bounds, the lineout goes back to where it was kicked. So another strong attacking platform for the Vikes forwards here.
This is what I would call the difference in the second level of rules. If you're outside of the 22, if you kick straight out, you get the line out to be played exactly where you kicked it. So that's why I would say that's a little bit of a mistake. Line out is disrupted by the GGs, but the Vikes keep possession and they'll attack in the midfield with Lara Wright. And the ball will roll out of bounds. A little bit of a miscommunication here.
Yes. We're seeing a lot of set pieces today, so we're hopefully going to see a lot of interesting combinations and plays off the start. It will be important for both teams to be able to finish those combinations, however, and that seems to be what's missing at the moment.
This will be the first line out for the GGs in their half. Very clean ball up in the air. Good tackle in the midfield, and the kick comes. Bounce, bounce. Good pressure.
Ooh.
Good shot. Just under the line of the shoulders, says the referee. UVic has the ball in their half.
It's the first time we've been in UVic's half, I think.
Yeah. Great kick, however, very well gathered. A little bit of kicking battle. The winger on the far side goes for a little bit of a run. And UVic takes it back to the midfield.
Very strong tackle there from the GGs. Pushing UVic. Oh.
Ooh, and a little mistake.
Do you think it might be the cold, Karen?
I think it might be the cold, maybe a little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
Early in this championship, they've been battling to get out of their half, and the UVic seem very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Of course, both these teams play in different conferences. They've not seen each other. This is the first time they've met, so it's hard to go by when just watching a bit of game tape in preparation.
It is really hard to measure up when you haven't faced a team, and you haven't faced any team that has faced that team. If you know what I mean, it's not easy to know what the level of intensity, the level of contact can be.
Yes, exactly.
And those first hits, that's why they're so exciting.
Yes.
Good scrum from UVic. And the good wraparound. There's a bit of space. The winger looks for the offload. Keeps it in hand. And we're going forward on that left side. UVic pressing. They're entering that 10-meter zone. That's where you want to play your rugby. That's where you want to keep that ball going forward. You want to use those forwards as a battering ram.
Yeah, they've entered what we call the red zone. It's danger time now for the GGs. Oh, and it's just knocked it forward by the forwards there. But that was a really well executed move. I think that's what they've been trying to go for since the beginning of the game. A good piercing line. I believe that was from the winger or the center coming out. I lost track, but a very, very good move there.
Yeah, that far winger coming and wrapping around, coming to add numbers to that left side. They looked very dangerous.
Yes, and a nice offload to finish it off. So even though it is a bit cold, they're playing expansive rugby and looking for the options. It's very exciting to see.
And the GG successfully exit. Fullback tries to go around. UVic fairly in control. However, the GGs gather it. Now the soccer game will be in action next weekend with the Proto Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell from Cape Breton University in Sydney, Nova Scotia, exclusively on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca.
Okay, you're good. Okay, everyone's here.
See, they've changed the alignment of the wingers there. It looks like they're trying to respond to the GG's attack plan here. GG's attacking out of their zone, out of about around the 30-yard line from the football lines. Again, we're still in the GG zone. This has been a very commanding performance from UVic off the top, but the GGs continue to respond strongly to that.
Guys, you guys are standing up.
Yeah, for some reason it looks like they have a jumper on that on that far wing.
Yeah, but they've been penalized at the scrum. It looks like there was driving forward, driving up, not. Sometimes it's a dark art in the scrum. It's difficult to tell from our position here, but it looks like there was a penalty. GGs were penalized for driving upwards. Of course, you need to drive in a straight line and level position. And that gives, again, UVic a chance at points here. And they've selected to go for the kick to try to get the lead early.
Yeah, we'll see McKinnon with her second try at kicking. This time she's on that far right side, and she's a little bit closer towards the post, towards the middle. So maybe a little bit of an easier angle, however, from the other side. So. Oh, and she hits the posts, and it is well gathered from the GGs.
I believe.
She's getting closer and closer, though.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that was the number one who recovered there.
Yeah, one of the players was really well positioned in order to turn around. She was facing the post in case that happened, and she caught it right away, was able to go into contact, and they were able to get off the pressure by kicking the ball.
Yeah.
And now the maul.
Ooh, very strong.
Good setup.
That defense from GG's is not something we practice often in rugby, how to respond to a missed kick, so it shows just how much work they're putting in on their defense.
And the UVic earned the penalty again in the maul. That's a lot of penalties.
That's a lot of penalties.
Against the GGs. It will be a third try. Third try is a charm?
Yeah. UVic will certainly hope so.
And this time she gets it. Both flags go up. The best of women's university soccer will be on display next weekend at the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship from Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, only on CBC Sports and CBC Gem. So we've seen the first of 3 points on the scoreboard.
Yep, that was the third try for the kicker, Emmy Price, Emmy Pierce, excuse me. Oh, Maggie McKinnon, excuse me, sorry. The center, Maggie McKinnon. And so she'll be happy to finally have those points under her belt, and UVic goes in front here just about 15 minutes into the game.
And that's the result of pressing in that zone and keeping clean rugby, making sure that they earn penalties. And
yeah, UVic's worked really hard to earn those penalties. That means that they put a lot of pressure on the GGs, who, we should say, has responded very strongly. It's just these little mistakes start to add up and put you into danger zones there, especially since most of the game has been played in GG's half.
And now UVic has a scrum in the midfield.
They choose to kick into the corner.
Tries to hit the 50-22. It will be a 50-22 awarded to UVic. That was brilliant kicking.
Yes. That's strong kicking, and they want to play in GG's zone, in that red zone, as much as they can today. So they're setting up this strong attacking platform, maybe we'll see another maul here. They had a very strong maul.
Maddie Jumeau had to gather the ball in the snow that was shoveled off the field.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Hopefully that doesn't derail her concentration a bit. It's always not so fun when you have to go chase your own ball. You want your kicker to kick well and far, but you don't want to recover it afterwards.
What a beautiful kick. I go back to that. It was so well executed. The space was right there.
Yep.
And it just rolled into the 22 and outside of the field of play. That's why you don't want to do anything wrong on the kickoff, because you know that if you kick straight out, it will be, unless they choose to get the re-kick, which would be a
less common option.
Less common decision.
Yes, I think we can say that.
But if you have a strong scrum, you definitely go for the scrum at half, and that means that the 50-22 is wide open, because it's nearly impossible to defend all the options.
No, that center field scrum is such a powerful attacking position, and UVic has definitely reaped the benefit of that. We'll see what they choose to do here in this line out.
Oh, and it's stolen by the GGs.
A very good defense there. Still under pressure on their line, though, so they'll have to work hard to get this ball safe.
Not a bad kick considering the position she was in.
No,
wow.
Not at all. So it's a bit of a reset. We'll see how UVic responds to this.
Will be again a line out for UVic at the 10-meter mark. This time it is cleaner. They set up the maul.
Okay, calm, they move.
Yeah, still under pressure, but that maul has ended. GG's line has been able to come up. Strong attack there, breaking off the maul. And UVic continuing to pick and go. And, ooh, that's just held up on the line there. UVic still working hard at the forwards. And I think that is held up over the line. So GGs will be able to clear their goal line. They've stopped the attack, but again, these UVic Vikes, their forwards are very strong, and they're working very hard today.
This is a position of attack that is quite dangerous. So yes, you can get out of your zone. Yes, you can kick it, but it's a place where you can attack from anywhere on the field, and it's really hard to defend that kick. However, it is a missed opportunity here.
Still recovered by UVic, but yes, it's a bit messy. And they punch again with those forwards. Very big day for the forwards today.
I think we can say it will be a very big week for the forwards.
Yes, these conditions aren't likely to get better in the next couple of days.
Good ball movement from UVic. Showing their skills and their speed on the outside, their capacity to attack from anywhere on the field. That winger looks dangerous in the midfield.
And UVic has the advantage here, so they'll have an opportunity to play a little bit more liberally, and that penalty is called.
CBC TV is your home for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the best in university football action Saturday, November 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and cbcsports.ca.
So that's another penalty. It looks like Ottawa's number 12, Sarah White, was just relaying the message to the team. That's been a lot of penalties to the GGs. In their half, obviously, so they might be in danger now to receive a card from the ref if this continues. Again, McKinnon looking to take points here early with the kick.
I would agree. I didn't keep track of the penalty count, but it's a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
In that first half, so they'll need to clean up that discipline. I'm sure their coach Duncan will be telling them this message as soon as he can. Good strike, and the flags go up.
So it's 6-0 for the Vikes here. 23 minutes played in the first half. It'll be important to see for the GGs to respond strong here off this kickoff and get some ball possession in UVic's territory.
It's definitely too early to say, but if that were to happen, that would be the biggest upset.
Yes, yes. We're early. We're excited for this tournament. We love the tournament play. We're coming off the Men's World Cup with a lot of exciting pool action. So us rugby fans are very invested in this tournament.
A good run from the UVic player catching that kickoff close to the sideline. And the box kick from that number 9 will be caught by number 15. It is touched. Good run, and she will go with the speed on the outside. Can she be that one last defender? Yes, she can. And she will not be stopped. It is Maëlle Reid with the first try of the University Championship here in Quebec City, right under the posts.
This is a really dynamic response from the Vikes there.
Yeah, we can see number 14 going for that kickoff, and then a few plays later.
It's a very strong box kick by
Justine Janmat.
Yes. Don't see that so often in this kicking battle, but that was a really well-placed box kick, which just kind of destabilized the GG's defense, forcing them to kick back into an inopportune position.
But what a run from Maëlle Reid. She'll be pleased with that. Going around the corner, showing the wheels. Now with the conversion from McKinnon. And straight through, adding the 2 points. UVic has found their rhythm.
Yep, they found their rhythm. They're here. This is certainly their match in the first 25 minutes, taking a 13-0 lead. The defense from GG's has been very impressive for the first 15 minutes or so, just a few too many penalties, so they really need to get their offense underway here.
Yeah, and usually when you get scored on, then you get to do a kickoff, and that's your opportunity to kind of pin the other team in the other end. So they can't let them exit too easily. They need to press with a strong tackle and then a strong defense to maintain, to create that opportunity in the other zone. And again, off the kickoff, UVic seems quite dangerous.
That's Bowie, the 15 for GG's, who kicked just into around the 30-meter area of the Vikes. And again, a box kick back to the GG's.
The number 10 will go forward. There's quite a little bit of space on that left side. Now it is no longer there. She keeps going and going.
As Jamie Lee Walker, she's working very hard, playing a bit like a forward herself, taking the ball up there for the GG's and giving them some of their first attacking platform of the game. And again, that's Bowie working hard. These backs seem to be fired up from the GG's, moving the ball forward, building that platform for their forwards. And it's been knocked on by the Vikes, so another attacking platform, this time for the GG's, inside UVic's half.
And the tickets for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup in Kingston, Ontario begin at $20. Order your tickets to the biggest football game of the year by visiting vaniercup.com or by scanning the QR code on your screen.
Lovely move from the GG's there to start their first attacking scrum.
It's the most dangerous we've seen the GG's so far.
Yes, they finally got possession and finally got possession in UVic's area. So
What a strong tackle from UVic, forcing them backwards. But this time around, it's the GGs that go forward.
Yeah, it's a very strong move by Tylo Borsboom, and she's supported by her wingers there, taking that ball in, but it's just knocked forward. Finally, some spark there, it seems, for the GGs. They're into this game and they're looking to catch up.
Borsboom was a standout in that game against the Rouge et Or.
Yes,
she offered a very strong performance.
All the GG forwards played very well, but it's very hard to select one of them. But yes, she certainly was dangerous off the scrum there.
See Blad Genmat with the scrum again. And Jumeau with the 8 pick. And well-constructed box kick again.
Under pressure here, but
hitting the number 10. Oh, the mistake, and Janmat will go the distance. Wow. That's what you call making them pay for the tiniest mistake.
Just a miscommunication between the GGs. It was really well recovered there, but the extra pass was just a little bit too much. And UVic's obviously quite dangerous. They're ready to capitalize on any mistake put in front of them. Vikes are definitely putting their statement on today.
And that's off her own box kick, so I can kind of say that it's the reward from her quality kicking game.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of those box kicks, just trying to put a little bit of extra pressure on the GGs when they're starting to build their attacking positions. Just destabilizing enough at the moment to allow UVic that space to recover the ball and keep their attack going.
McKinnon with the extra 2 points. UVic looking full of confidence.
Yeah, but the score might seem large, 20-0, but it's actually not so large in rugby. It will just take a few minutes of precise rugby, and GGs could be right back into this with a couple of points on the board before the halftime, and then it's another 40 minutes, and sometimes that halftime can change the tide between two different games even.
Yes, absolutely. The GGs are a quality side. They can, and I'm pretty sure they will find a way to make sure that they can put points on the board before the end of the game.
They're a team that likes to battle. We've seen those battles across the res queue this year, so they definitely are still in it. And they've won the penalty here.
They have.
They're in a strong attacking position. UVic called for being offside at the ruck there. I believe it was number 2. The referee is signaling. And so now it's an attacking penalty finally for the GGs to set up this position.
And they decided to go for the line out, so she's going to kick it straight out, get the line out a little bit closer. They could have opted for points, but it was quite far.
Yeah.
And I believe they want a little bit more than 3 at this point.
Exactly, and we've talked a lot about UVic's forwards, but the GGs are a very strong forward pack, and now they're looking to be in an attacking position. They've been able to disrupt the Vikes a couple of times, and now they want to put the pedal to the metal.
I'm sure they want to show off their maul as well.
And that's exactly what they do, but UVic defends well, bringing that maul down right off the beginning. But we've seen this a couple weeks ago. GGs are very adaptive. They love the pick and go, and they're very strong in that contact area, so they're continuing this.
And they've been awarded the penalty, UVic.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for the GGs, and it's very just strong defense from UVic being able to get their hands in early.
Yeah, they. I believe it's Zoe Williams who was able to put her hands around that ball and forced the GGs to try to keep it. That's a nice try from the GGs to keep that ball inside. However, it was knocked forward.
But we can see just how
outside.
We can see just how dangerous the GG's forward pack is in that situation. So once they get that ball back in the zone, UVic will have to work really hard just like that if they're going to be able to defend it.
Guys, you guys are fine.
Lots of pressure by the GG's in the lineout. That's not clean ball.
Good disruption. They were able to wrap that scrum half who wasn't there to provide that next ball, but now she's back on her feet and managing the game. Oh, what a good line. What a good line. And she's a little bit alone. She's looking for someone to connect with.
Brought down just inside, well, 10 meters into GG's half there, a little bit over 10 meters. That's some really good rugby awareness from UVic's backline to be able to spot that overlap on the short side there.
Yeah, and she kind of played the theatrical. Like, she looked like she wanted to spin a long pass, and she gave a little bit of a tip pass on the outside to that player coming from behind.
Yeah,
it was beautifully executed. I believe she was going to throw that long pass.
Just creating just a little bit of uncertainty, and that's all. That's what that's for, just to create the uncertainty in the defense and exploit the option.
And now we got
another
penalty against the GGs.
Well, it would be interesting to see. Yes, it looks like.
Yeah, the referee might not be.
Might be a little unhappy with the amount of penalties here, but it looks like play stopped. We have a GG down receiving treatment, so I believe that's the prop, Deborah Oyatoran. Oyatoran.
She look okay, Annie?
Well,
Number 10, and that's the injured player.
UVic just taking this moment to recover. I think both these teams are going to be looking to dig deep and take away the positives here before moving into the halftime. GGs will want to try to recover the momentum and stop UVic moving forward. And of course, UVic wants to be moving as fast as they can.
The 2023 U Sport Women's Soccer Championship is next weekend in Kingston, Ontario, and you can get your tickets today by visiting usports.ca/tickets or by scanning the QR code on your screen. U Sports Women's Soccer Championship, November 9 to 12 at Queen's University.
Yeah, it is. So our mark is about. Annie, are you on the mark there? Thank you. Right where I am. Thank you. So penalty. She's off her feet. Okay. Puts her hands on the ball. Falls over. Stops the contest. Alex, we're good, right? Substitutions are all in.
No surprise here, UVic choosing to go for points to move that lead ever so far forward before the halftime. McKinnon's had a bit of practice here at this distance now, so I bet she's feeling quite confident with it.
Yeah, she really found her her kicking stride, her leg swing.
And again, taking those 3 points, bringing us to 23-0 for Vikes going in about 5 minutes to halftime. It's just been a story of a lot of penalties for the GGs. They've defended well, but these mistakes are starting to add up for them.
The UVic Vikes have made their first substitution by taking out El O'Regan and Ella O'Regan, sorry, and by putting El Douglas in number 22.
It's an early substitution. Hopefully O'Regan's not hurt. So maybe this is a strategic plan moving forward for the rest of the tournament. But at the moment, UVic looking pretty confident in their decisions.
Thank you. That's good.
Another box kick from Black Gen Matt. And Maddie Jumeau on the charge to defend.
Thank you.
Recovered well there under pressure. That box kick puts a lot of pressure under the receiver. It can look deceiving, but when that ball hangs in the air, you give the time for your forward pack to build that wall and take down the defending receiver.
What a charge from Leah Stiles.
Nice tip there out to the wing.
Guys, that one's forward to come back.
And it's this time Gigi's who recovered the penalty. It's like it was in from the side on the rucking illegally there from Vikes. So Gigi's are able to set up the attacking position here as we go into the close to halftime.
Yeah, we saw a big counter ruck coming in from UVic. However, she was in a illegal position.
Solid kick. This looks to be an exact replay of the last time we were here with the Gigi's. A big line out just inside UVic's half, about halfway into their own zone, the UVic zone. I imagine we're going to see a big attacking maul here. One expects with the quality of forwards that Gigi's have.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Sorry, that's the game ball.
Oh, and she has to go gather the ball, sorry.
Yeah.
That maul is very dangerous
from
the GGs, even though it was well defended the first time. We'll see what they can do this time around.
It's very hard to defend a maul.
So she's fine.
But UVic has been able to do it again. But again,
Tackle,
Gigi's keeping this momentum forward with their pack driving those legs forward. And they've won another penalty. So it's now UVic starting to make some mistakes here under the pressure of these GG's forwards.
So as they sacked...
okay, so we're out the back.
Oh,
so you guys would like to
that's a little mistake on that kick.
Yes, unfortunately, she's kicked it out in the end zone. So we'll return to the point of the kick.
The ball never came
and
back
it will be a
play.
line out for Vikes. So they've lost that possession here. It's very unfortunate.
This is last play. Both sides,
That's
this is
really
last
too
play.
bad.
Okay?
I think that might fire up these. I know if I was in that pack, I'd be fired up to try to recover this ball. So we'll see what the GG's forwards do here.
Binds! Guys? No, just come back up.
We haven't had a lot of scrums today.
No, I'm surprised.
At the beginning, there was quite a few knock-ons, a few back and forths, but everyone's hands seem to have warmed up and adapted. So we're getting into a very exciting kicking game and expansive rugby despite the weather.
Binds! Sets! Thank you.
Oh, and she will terminate the half by choosing to kick outside. UVic with a very strong first half. The points are now 23 for University of Victoria and 0 for University of Ottawa. We will see you right after this break.
Yeah, that's fun. Thank you. Yes.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Maybe an inch offside after she listened. No, yeah, because the offside line was they're trying to listen. So the first time I asked her, she stepped back, and was probably still like she's offside, but she listened.
Peu importe à quoi ressemble votre vie, vous pouvez compter sur nous. Pour la vie comme vous la vivez. Assurance, placement, conseil. Canada Vie.
They all.
Peu importe à quoi ressemble votre vie, vous pouvez compter sur nous. Pour la vie comme vous la vivez. Assurance, placement, conseil. Canada Vie.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veraburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U-Sport.
Welcome back. You are watching the U-Sports Women's Rugby Championship on CBC. I'm Karen Paquin with Paul George, and this is the second half of our first quarterfinal today. Currently, the University Vikes are leading the score by 23-0 against the GGs of Ottawa.
Yeah, it's been a really strong first half performance from UVic. Taking most of the game has been played in GG's half, despite a strong 10-15 minutes of defense. Ottawa's just started to commit a few too many penalties, and UVic's been able to capitalize. So I'm sure that the GGs will be very eager to recover the ball and put some pressure on Vikes. They've shown some potential there.
Yeah, there's great potential. However, they have not been able to get on the scoreboard. We can expect some strong messages from Duncan McNaughton, the coach of the University of Ottawa.
And he's made some changes going into this half. It looks like Sophie McDonald has been replaced by number 18, Alyssa Comtois, and number 9, Farida El Shakari, has been replaced by Julia Latremouille.
And we will see a kickoff. The two teams have switched sides. So on your right, on the right side of your screen is the University of Ottawa in the burgundy, and on the left side in the yellow and blue is the Vikes. And the first charge from the Vikes.
Well taken in the air there, but as we've seen, GGs have a very strong defense, and they've held that ball up, and they've been able to recover the ball. Since UVic's not been able to put that ball to ground, GGs have made the turnover, and you can see they're really excited about that. Those GGs are fired up, and the forwards are ready to make their statement here.
First scrum of the second half. GG's looking to press into that Vikes territory.
Crouch! Bind!
number 22, Julia Latremoy, who puts the ball in.
Lovely moves here. Oh,
yes,
wow. Yes,
some space.
She'll need some support there.
With a strong carry from the winger, Nkosimo Cindy.
And they just keep this momentum going, the GGs. To Borsboom. A little dangerous here on the side, and oh, unlucky. She's just been taken out of bounds, but that's just 3 phases of attack from the GGs in there. They're right in the red zone for UVic. They're definitely here and ready to take back this game.
By a hair.
Yeah.
She worked really hard to not go out of bounds.
Yeah. GGs have been putting a lot of pressure on the Vikes line out. If they're able to disrupt this, it will be big, but UVic has taken it clean and set that position for them all. And they're playing it out, making that space.
They'll go with a punch to try to set a platform. Zoe Williams going forward.
Looks like they'll do another phase here. The nice caterpillar maul that we see so much at the high levels. And another box kick.
Into the hands of number 10.
Walker.
Good pressure from UVic.
It was lost forward.
Yep, and just...
And they get the reward in the form of a knock-on.
Yes. They've been really putting the 10-15 combo of the GGs under pressure on those box kicks. Walker and Bowie have done a really good job to recover those balls, but it's just not a good attacking position, and they're forced to make some tough decisions when they recover them.
Oh, and
oh,
the
wow.
good scrum
yes,
from the GGs, and they earn that penalty.
Yes, they've earned that. The forwards are fired up. They're excited.
I don't think there's anything better than feeling that scrum move forward.
No, we're both forwards, and we love that feeling. Once you get that momentum going, it's exhilarating. You win it for the team. It's a big team effort.
Yeah. I call it riding the elephant. It's awesome.
That's great. That's great.
Because obviously I don't do much on that side of the scrum.
I'll have to steal that. Now, again, you see these forwards from the GGs. They're fired up, and they've been strong. They were really strong 2 weeks ago when the Rescue finals, where they won here at Stade Telus against the Rouge et Or. They had a lot of mauling opportunities there, but UVic's been able to defend their maul, so they'll want to get that down this time.
Oh, and they trick them, and they go to the backs.
Yeah, that was a really good move. Sucked in the...
She almost put her hands on that ball.
Sucked in the UVic forwards there, set up the maul, but chose to pass it out the back instead. That's a really smart move. But just knocked back, but it looks like GGs will recover that ball because it was knocked backwards, and the UVic defender knocked it forward trying to recover it. So lucky break there for the GGs, but they're again in a strong attacking position.
Yeah. Yeah, number 22 coming in, Julia Latremoy, has a different rhythm to her passing outside of the rocks, and it seems to here have not connected well. And here we have again that short arm penalty.
So it's a quick tap from the GGs. It's number 12, Sarah White, taking the ball up strong. She's had a couple of good carries, and they've won the penalty. Well, this is just what we're talking about. UVic is forced to commit some penalties here, trying to defend the strong attack from the GGs. They just need to turn that into points.
Yes. It seems, although they seem like very, very dangerous, and the kick won't come out.
No, it's the small details that are missing from the GG's game plan at the moment.
She's fine.
Very disappointing.
And to me, it's quite surprising because they had those details nailed down last 2 weeks ago in that final.
Yeah.
But here, obviously, the Vikes are putting them under pressure, and that's what's causing those little mistakes.
Very unlucky for the GGs there. The forwards are starting to get a bit disconnected, but you can see them there. They're trying to win that ball back. We saw some big, strong rucks there.
The pick and go on that blue side.
Yeah, that's...
The kick taken by number 15, Bowie.
A nice little pass there. Good support there. Campbell works hard to secure that ruck. She was alone at the beginning, but she managed to win it for the GGs, and they're able to capitalize moving forward.
Get your feet first.
I spotted a little walk on, and I believe that referee has seen it too. The game of soccer will be in action next weekend with the Proto Case U Sport Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell from Cape Breton University in Sydney, Nova Scotia, exclusively on CBC Gem and cbc.sports.ca.
Well, as we reset for the scrum, we can see just how dangerous GGs want to be in this game. We have a substitution on the moment for UVic. It looks like Soleil Brooks is coming in. Coming into the forward pack.
I believe Quinn Murphy will have come out.
Binds. Sets. Just come back up, guys. That's fine. Guys, make sure that we're not driving first and that you're taking the weight as well, okay?
So first scrum for Brooks coming in. Momentum changer there, potentially for the Vikes.
Crouch! Binds! Sets!
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is a big scrum there, turned around.
Turns out that the message from the sideline was probably get your scrum right.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
They've made the adjustment that they needed on that burgundy side in order to earn the right to call their scrum a big scrum.
Sets.
Yes, and UVics recovered the ball in an attacking position now from their zone. Lovely expansive rugby here. Marking it all the way out to the wing.
Tackle now.
Good defense, because the best defender on the field is the sideline.
Yes.
Every time that you take someone out, it turns the possession so successful for the GGs, who will get a line out just around the midfield in their half.
Yes, Miss Cindy worked really hard to keep that attack under control and work and force the ball towards the sideline. It's hard to do that when you're alone on the wing, and she kept her position well and was able to force that turnover.
Clean line out. Good pass under pressure. They find rhythm. They have space on the outside. They keep battering it. Now they are out of their half.
Advantage. Knock forward.
And it's stolen by UVic in the tackle.
So no hand, no. Guys, she's come over, and 18's on the ground. You can't come with your
And
hand.
UVic wins the penalty as well, so it's a bit more even in this half in terms of turnover and possession, but Still UVic coming up on top with the attacking position.
And we see another change on the UVic side. Fatally comes out, and it will be Piper Wash, who's from Montreal, who will come in the lock. I have to say, I'm really excited to see Piper Wash in the UVic jersey and see what she'll do.
Yeah, it's a dynamic team coming from UVic and of course from GG's, but we're seeing a lot of exciting combinations on offer here in the second half from both teams. And again, some strong disruption by the GG's forward pack in the line out. Unfortunately, it was knocked forward and recovered there, so it'll be a scrum to UVic, but they've managed to suck the energy out of that attacking position. And GG's will be trying to put another impressive performance in with this scrum.
And if you like the oval ball, I will excite you with the round ball, as the 2023 U Sport Women's Soccer Championship is next weekend in Kingston, Ontario. And you can get your tickets today by visiting usports.ca/tickets or by scanning the QR code on your screen. U Sports Women's Soccer Championship, November 9 to 12 at Queen's University.
UVic set up an attacking maul moving forward here. Nice inside pass, but very well defended by the GG's, pushing back a very strong offensive tackle, as we like to say, by pushing the other team backwards.
Oh, good offload. This will be hard to stay inside.
But again, Masindi is there. She had support this time, but that winger's been very solid on defense for the GG's, not letting UVic get around her side. She's working the touchline well.
You guys are good right there, okay?
Yeah, the winger from UVic, Emily Finley, was really well-rounded by 3 players.
Yep.
In Burgundy, so it was hard to go anywhere but outside.
Timing's good.
Covered by the 9, taking it in. We'll see a lot of picking here. Yes, lots of pick and go from the GG's. Trying to liberate their scrum half who's stuck on the ground. Oh, and again, she takes it forward.
She's under pressure. So much pressure.
Yep.
And the good boot.
It's a nice kick under that type of condition, but UVic is in a very open position here, able to attack in the midfield.
Mal Reed with the footwork.
Bit scrappy ball there. UVic will want to control this. They don't need to force anything from where they are. Brought down just around the 10-meter line.
Good line, second ball for Piper Wash.
There's a lot of energy in defense. That's Styles, number 4 from the GG's, who's putting in a lot of big tackles, big rucks, trying to force that turnover.
Yeah, they have a very good wall of defense. Every time there's a player on the UVic side that gets the ball.
Lovely counter ruck there, and they've been able to turn it over.
Yeah, pays off.
They force those dynamic GG's forwards have been able to help force this turnover here into UVic's zone. They just need to get some points on the board now. Cindy taking the ball up here, but she's alone. And oh, that's unfortunate. It looks as though UVic player was caught playing the ball on the ground while she was trying to roll away, but GG's will take that penalty, and they'll try to turn this into some points now.
I feel like they could almost go for kicks. They could have put, at this point, 9 points on the board if they decided to go for points. It seems to be almost easy to get into that kicking range in the 20 to 40 meters. But when it gets to that 20, it's really hard to press all the way to the try line.
Yeah, they're following a bit their game plan that they did here during the ResQ finals, trying to work to get those tries and get those big points working with the forwards, but perhaps there might have been some other strategies to think of. But they've made the decision, and we'll see how that turns out here with the line out. Again, they go for the maul, this time for real, and they're able to set that platform. UVic is not able to bring it down. So this maul is starting to move forward, and this is where they're so dangerous because they throw those backs in there to try to get that extra bit of weight, extra bit of power moving over the line.
It's a heavy maul moving forward.
There's not much the Vikes can do to stop this now. They need to...
And the advantage.
Yep. So a free play here from the GGs. We'll see what they want to do just to try to maybe do something creative to try to get this ball over the line and get those points as fast as possible.
Yeah, that winger is open on that far side.
Yeah, she's all alone, but we need to get the ball out to her if that's going to happen. And it looks like the forwards want to rumble it home themselves. It's a big pounding line there. They're just inches away from the line. Absolute inches.
Shorts! No shorts! Play it back!
You can see it. It's just millimeters away.
There
they've got it. And they've got it.
The first 5 points for the GGs.
I did not catch the number of who took it in.
7 blues coming out.
I believe it's Leah Stiles. Nope, it's not. 18, number 18. Alicia Comtois puts her team on the scoreboard.
Well, maybe Comtois' try, but I think all that forward pack worked for it. We saw Borsbroom, we saw Cambo, we saw Steele all taking that ball in, working those millimeters of gain just to finally get those first points, and that's big for the GGs. This could be a start of a momentum shift. And the kick is just wide, unfortunately. But it's now 23-5 Vikes versus GGs in this quarterfinal.
CBC TV is your home for the 2023 Canada Live Venue Cup from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the best in university football action Saturday, November 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and cbcsports.ca.
Can we get one of those balls, please?
So we're just waiting for the ball to come onto the field here to get back underway.
Just wait for your players there, okay? Okay, time's on.
And the referee, Carson Young, signals that we're ready to get underway with the new ball here.
Good high kick from UVic. And an even better kick from the GGs to get right out of their end zone.
Yep, they're starting to play with a little bit more confidence, I think, the GGs. They're making their decisions and they're sticking to them. So this could spice up as we move into the 55th minute.
We can see the resilience of the RSEQ champion.
Yes, they're the #1 seed at the moment, and they want to start playing like it. Oh, lovely offload.
Wow.
Lovely offload off the back of
beautiful.
that line out.
From Zoe Williams. What a powerhouse.
Yes.
Big charge.
Oh, big tackle there from the GGs. Strong defense.
Tackle, no tackle.
And
on the ground first and you ripped.
they've won the penalty here. That's a lot of penalties for the GGs. The ref's been quite tolerant of it, but you start to wonder whether there's going to be a card shown for repeated offenses.
There was a change in the lineup for UVic. Sarah McWinney came in and took Shade Ogurek out in the forwards.
Forwards starting to change on both teams, trying to search for that extra bit of force and energy moving into the second half when it's so critical to have everyone in that engine room of the forward pack on the same page.
It's to be expected as well, because you don't want to overrun your forwards.
No, we're talking about a quarterfinal here, but it's a long way to Sunday with the finals. And a lovely turnover there by the GGs. They've been able to disrupt the Vikes lineout frequently, and they've actually managed to steal that one cleanly to set the platform for the clearance kick.
Great kick.
Yes, once again, solid kicking game here.
3 blue. 3 blue.
And it will be a line out for UVic.
Wonder whether the GGs will look to steal this again. They're confident in their defense. Just waiting for a quick bootlace here.
Time will be on when her shoes ready, okay?
Line out set on that 5-meter channel. Those black lines, those black train tracks running across your screen from left to right indicate the zone for the line out. And again, it's a clean turnover there. This time by number 4, Leah Stiles, the visual arts student at the University of Ottawa.
There's a player down from the GGs.
Behind the play, so we keep the action going, but GGs are playing with 14 instead of 15 active at the moment.
The referee has his arm up for a high tackle.
Take a pause here, I think.
And he will wait for the player to be assessed.
Guys, the player's down, so it's time off. Okay?
Looks like some attention to the lower leg, to the ankle.
So I saw the tackler.
Well, we're starting to see UVic make a few mistakes now, and GGs are not taking every opportunity they can to recover this ball, move the momentum, and push the needle towards UVic's line. It's just these small errors that are starting to stack up for both teams as they try to build momentum.
Captain, one sec. Just so you know, we talked about that. We're happy that there was a good dip tonight from both players. So we penalty only for this. Figured line out, let's have the line out.
The conditions are still cold out there, but as we can see, sunny, and the injured player starts to make her way off the field.
Yeah, Emma Wade hobbles off with the help of the therapist. We hope it's not too bad. It looks like a leg injury, obviously. So
hopefully she'll be able to take some rest and still be involved in the following games.
Thank you. Hey guys, the march should be a little bit over here.
And we will go back to the penalty for a high tackle. So there is no tolerance for high tackles in rugby. We've seen it during the World Cup, the Men's World Cup that just happened in the last few weeks.
And again, just not finding touch off these penalties. That's these little errors that are adding up. You need to make sure that ball goes out of bounds so that you can recover possession. But yes, rugby is very serious about high tackles, and penalties are increasingly more strict, so players have to pay attention.
And as you can see in the Ottawa GG's style of defense, it is all about chopping. It's all about hitting the lower body.
Yeah, I think most of the penalties that the GGs have been just coming from being over-aggressive and trying to get that ball out of the ruck as quick as possible. They're not risking anything in the high tackle area.
And the GGs will get the reward for their good defense.
Yes.
They'll get that scrum just outside of their half.
I'll step out of your way when I want you to feed, okay? Crouch! Bind! Set!
So we reset with this scrum.
Wait! Stay straight! Stay up! Thank you!
Nice pass from Borsboom. Nice little move into the kick here. Putting
she went to the kick, but I have to say, her winger was wide open.
Yeah, it might not have been the best. Putting UVic under a bit of pressure.
It is easy to see from here.
Yes, we have the best seats in the house. We're
For sure.
a bit privileged here, unlike the players. Kamba has been so strong on defense. She seems to be all over the place.
Now, 9. It's there.
She's a wonderful, intense player. Anybody who knows me knows I like an intense player. Good run.
Nice return there from Bowie, and it's another penalty around the ruck area. So let's see if Gigi's can turn this into an attacking position.
Yeah, capitalize on the mistakes. And it's interesting because we do talk about mistakes a lot, and they happen, but they happen because of good pressure.
Yeah.
They happen because a team puts pressure on another team, whether it's an attack or defense. And that's where you see those less clinical moments, those little drop balls, those higher tackles.
And it looks like 16 for the GGs. Sophie Picard has come in, and she throws that ball in the
beautiful
first
throw.
line out for her.
And a good setup for the maul. It will kind of wheel onto that right side, and the arm is up from the referee. So they'll have a free shot with the advantage.
It's there. Use.
Yes, you can see just how much emphasis GG's put on that maul. So many players involved, backs involved. Borsbim here, supported by Picard and Masindi on that short side.
Okay, time off, guys. Just your captain.
And now UVic is being spoken to about their penalty count.
Yeah, they have turned that tide, eh?
Yeah.
Completely. They regained their discipline. They started to put pressure, and now UVic is under pressure.
Yeah, the GGs have maybe calmed some of those nerves, but they just have to hope that they have enough time to convert that into points here.
Okay, guys, let's go.
UVic starting to maybe make a few rash decisions around the ruck, the offside line, and coming in from the side. The kick here, and again.
Good. Out the back, guys.
And again, she's put it out in the end zone. So we return. That's twice. There's a lot of pressure on the kickers, especially in games like this, but these are just the things that need to be executed.
There's a lot of rules in rugby about what happens when the ball goes into the end zone and is, for any reason, not grounded. And in this case, it is brought in by the GGs, and it came out, so it will be a scrum at the point of the kick for the opposing team.
And I believe we have seen a substitution there from the GGs on that last action.
Good, yes.
Number 25, Emanuela Anya, is in replacing Mosindi on the short side wing, the side closest to us.
A penalty awarded to UVic. We are at the 64th minute of the first quarterfinal. And at this point, it starts to look like UVic.
UVic certainly has the momentum, but we just know how dangerous GGs can be.
Yes, that's good. She's coming.
Especially around lineout. They've been defending this lineout very solidly. If they can get a couple turnovers here, they just need to get points on the board.
Guys, cut out here. Not straight. What's your option?
And that pressure has paid off. That lineout was not straight. In rugby, when we throw that ball back in to restart, it has to go straight down the corridor, straight between those two teams jumping for the ball. And UVic put it a little bit too close to their side, so it'll be a scrum down for the GGs around halfway, just inside the UVic half.
Crouch! Binds! Come back up, guys. Sorry.
We reset just to make sure everything is safe. It's of course very important when we have these mauls. Scrums rather. Many people aren't used to seeing this type of sport with this type of contact and intensity, but 16 players all close together, working together to fight for that ball. It's what we do, Karen.
One could argue that's what you do, being a hooker. It's a beautiful sport. Feeling that pressure in the middle, and Tylo going for the big run, big number 8 going forward. She can do so much damage.
Yes. She's had good support there.
You guys out, thank you.
Soleil Brooks with this aggressive tackle there, stopping the GG's attack.
A little bit of wiper style from the GGs, going one side, going the other.
That's exactly it. They're trying to find those weaknesses.
And we are a bit of speed on the outside.
No, 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 hands.
Just look for those little breaks, those little gaps in that line. Oh, but it's
intercept.
Huge intercept there.
And the winger will go all the way.
That's so unfortunate.
Or is it beautiful?
That's beautiful. It depends on what color's jersey you wear, I think.
Wow. Huge.
That's just heads up rugby. You could see, she could see the pass was telegraphed. We like to say it was an option that was well open, and she cut the line there to take that interception.
I think one of the players might have a necklace on. Just get that sorted for me.
Wow, what an intercept.
I could be wrong.
And what a vision to see that everybody was closing up on him and to loop that long pass towards the winger.
Yeah, that was
to make sure that someone could finish.
A risky pass. There's nothing worse making a beautiful interception like that and then having the ball turned over yourself. So that was some very wide heads up rugby.
And you can see the hugs.
Yeah.
I saw something shine.
From the players coming on the bench.
Wasn't gonna point fingers. Maybe.
First score in this end of the field of the whole game.
And the next game that will come on in a little bit over 20 minutes. We'll see Guelph, number 5, against Saint FX, number 4.
Yes, we're just getting started on this. Is the first game of this tournament. It's 3 days of back-to-back-to-back rugby, so strap in and enjoy.
It is so exciting to see, especially those first games on day one, because we haven't seen the teams bash against each other. We don't know which conference is the strongest. And as you can see today, we are in for a few big games and big upsets.
Yes, these conferences don't have any inter-conference play during the league, so this is a lot of reactive rugby, playing what's in front of you and responding to the style of play of your opponent that maybe you've been able to see some game tape of. It's not the same when you're on the field, so it's a lot of exciting combinations.
Piper Wash with the big run and the offload.
No, 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 no. Yes, she came over first. Thank you.
Well-covered kick by the GGs, looking to try to get on the outside there. They really need some points now. Borsboom again. She's been working really hard today, as is the rest of her forward pack.
Kemba with the big.
Lovely pick and go there. Nice tip on. I believe that's Picard taking the ball in, sucking up a few defenders, and winning the penalty. So Walker looking for touch here, and she finds it this time.
She finds it, but it was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
Red,
The winger is
15 and
standing
10.
right on that line,
Time's up.
trying to catch that ball.
So we can see Taylor Hendrick
Okay,
and,
they're making subs.
and
Time was
number
up.
23 and Terry Davis-Ewan coming in here.
Advantage.
Well taken in the line out.
Contact in the air, guys. Pull it
Those
down in
two,
the air.
Terry Davis-Ewan and, Terry
Play
Davis.
quickly.
Advantage, not 10.
Big run.
Oh, wow.
Big run, and she goes in.
Turns over, yes.
Wow.
That's the spark they need.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely beautiful as we see the replay.
If you want to let Blue know that they still have about 2 minutes to play out.
Well, that's a great individual effort to come in and make that decision, take that ball quick.
That's what you can expect from your winger.
Yes.
To play big and to find that line. Huge, powerful run.
Just 2.
Conversion is in.
Red, just under 2, okay? About 1.5 now.
So that was Masindi with a lovely individual effort there. The criminology student making her mark on this game.
Borsboom with the catching the kickoff.
Thank you.
Steele taking the ball in. Nice little dart there by Atoy.
Latrimoy.
I'll be out. I'll be out.
And then the offload.
Those locks working together.
Good tackle. By Morgan Warner.
Looks as though
Back.
Styles is down. She's given everything she can today. The GGs are not giving up in the dying minutes of this game. They're here to play. Fortunately, we're stopping for safety there as Styles remains on the ground receiving treatment, and unfortunately the UVic backline defensive line ended up tripping over her, so we need to stop there.
Thank you. Number 5, Red.
That would be tragic for the GGs to lose Style at this point in the tournament.
5.
Yes, we haven't. This is the quarterfinals, but of course there's two brackets here, so winner of this game will go on to the championship semifinal, and the loser will go on to the consolation semifinals, all of which are happening on Friday. And you can catch the consolation semifinals on the CBC Gem YouTube channel. Rest of the games will be on CBC Gem.
I can't let you guys play a 3-on-4.
And she's up. She's back on her feet.
It's too much of an obstruction, so it's going to be your ball going forward.
Such synergy between Styles and Kamba working together, second rows. And it looks as though Styles is walking off the pitch. She's replaced by Tian Weens, number 21.
And that will be full time. This will be the last play. That's fine.
So as time winds down, it's a GG's put into this scrum. There can't be much more time left. We're moving into extra time, I believe. That's stoppage time. In rugby, of course, the clock keeps on ticking even when the ball's not in action, so the ref has some leeway to allow things to keep moving as we approach the end of the game.
Good scrum.
Lovely strike line there.
No, you're on the body. Thank you.
And we're covered. Oh, UVic.
Good bouncing.
Bringing in those defenders, forcing a decision and exploiting the gap.
They're really putting pressure in those defenders that are close to that rock.
Yes, exactly. This is the kind of game that we saw in the ResQ finals. This is what GGs do. Lovely little tip out the back there. It's a nice 2-on-1. Boersboom.
Tyler will go.
And they get the try. That was number 18, Comtois from Magog, Quebec, putting it down in the corner, marking that try.
Beautiful, unselfish play.
Yes.
By Tyler Boersboom. I believe she could have gone herself.
Yes, but when you got that 2-on-1, you got to make the choice. Sometimes it's 50-50, and you just got to do with what's in front of you. So it's now 30-17 with Taylor Hendrick lining up to take this kick, a challenging kick from the 22, just on the sideline there.
The team gathers in the middle, the GGs. And a good strike, just wide.
Just wide on this near side, and referee signals that game is ended. So we've seen an upset to start this tournament. The number 8 Vikes have upset the number 1 GGs to move forward into the semifinals, and you can see the Vikes are very excited about this. They've come all the way to Quebec, and they're here to make a statement.
Yes, it is the first upset of this tournament. You are watching the U Sport Championship here in Quebec City, and we will see you at 3 o'clock for the next game opposing number 4 Saint FX against
Guelph.
Guelph.
And Saint FX coming up next at 3 o'clock on CBC Gem, CBC Sports on CBC Gem. Teams are just shaking hands here. It's all about camaraderie with rugby. So I think the GGs will walk off this field with they can salvage some things and keep their heads high for the rest of the tournament as we move towards the rest of those bracket games in the consolation.
They'll be very sad of this outcome. However, like you said, they can be proud of how they finished this game. They found the holes in the end. They found their rhythm, and they want to take it to the next game.
Just a little bit, just a few too many missed opportunities to capitalize, but UVic, very dominant first half, set the tone. And that Alicia Comtois is
being named player of the game for the GGs, and rightfully so. She had such an impact.
Yes, strong impact coming in. She's the Nike player of the game for the GGs.
And this is Maggie McKinnon getting the first player of the game for the UVic Vikes. She had such a strong game. She had such a good kicking game, and it is well deserved. After a great victory, we will see you in a few minutes for the next game.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team. U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U Sport.